We're going down to the Honda shop.
Hello and welcome to another modeling video. This is Alan from the McConaughey at YouTube with another model video. Today we're going to be unboxing, building and reviewing the Micro Ace 132 scale Honda T360 1963 Kei Truck. Originally tooled by LS in 1988 at 400 yen, new box and parts in the 1990s by ARII, then this version refined, more new parts and Honda branded owner series in the 2010s at around 1,000 yen. The kit contains two runners, clean and neo green, the body shell, rubber wheels and brass axles, all injection molded in polystyrene. The kit also contains screen printed water slide decals that work very nicely, a very detailed and insightful instruction sheet with engineering drawings, isometric views of each step and a lot of specs and information in Japanese. For its age, the kit has raised detail but is snap fit and very beginner friendly. A testament to some amazing tooling back in the day, but probably refined and furthered with the more modern runs. My personal experience, far too nice to be an ARII kit. We'll be building this with very standard hobby tools in a traditional method of cutting each part off the runner as it won't snap off, trimming the nub and sanding it down flat. The intent is to paint, so I'm not worried about scuff marks. I'll also be using plastic cement to permanently adhere and melt the parts into one solid piece. We're also considering the color separating nature of the kit, keeping the seat shell and chassis apart. The rubber slots into the wheel rims and that slots into the brass rods for play value and roll. The kit is very straightforward with a small parts count, large components, and fairly loose tolerances for a lot of error and quite beginner friendly. Besides the almost offensive colour making sense being vintage, the parts are quite large, excluding the gear stick controls and side mirrors. Putting it together is very quick. Construction wise, not quite a challenge. Glue is recommended. However, quite charming and was a lot of fun. Of course, the challenge coming later with painting and some of the clear parts, not as daunting as a 24 scale, more involved automotive kit. The detail is very deep and would take to hand painting very well. I had no issues at any stage. Some of the parts are quite thin and doesn't have much of a foothold to stay in place. Would recommend cement, excluding for the clear bits which hold in place very well. Proportion and size scale detail wise, it does look very faithful to the kit, but I could not be sure about the internals and underneath the chassis. Purchasing and looking into Honda kits, they seem to work close with model manufacturers in their drawings and references to get things right. For extra fun, I 3D printed a bunch of stowage. I used scale model calculator to calculate the right size in slicing. A lot of the parts were catted by me or friend of the channel, Tristan from Plastic Oddities. Then 3D printed in resin on my Anycubic Mono X 6K. The theme is if my hobby shop was to own a Kei Truck, driven by the shop mascot with hobby alcohol and military paraphernalia being cargoed. This is my first finished automotive kit. I have attempted and started a few, though not quite finished, and have a general understanding of the build paint process, which is far different from aircraft, armor, figures, Gundams. A bit of strategic thinking. Not everything is hard assembled until the painting stage, and care is taken with clear parts such as the windows. I will be using automotive lacquers that are thinned down to a very watery viscosity and running it through a 0.5 and 0.3 airbrush from Hyosing and Eco Neo via a 8th or 16th horsepower Hyosing compressor, which is the main manufacturer of all the generic and branded stuff in hobby shops, approximately at 11 to 15 psi. Gently dusting on. First I start the internals with a dark grey colour I found in references of the internal vinyl scheme. Being an older vehicle, multiple tones for the chassis, starting with metallic black, gunmetal, highlights of silver, and a bit of burnt iron for rust and degradation over time, a bit of brass for some of the pipework, dark greys and whites for the controls, and steering wheel by hand, and a leather seat. Not sure if the seat is leather or not, but would like it to pop to show off my mascot sitting on it. The chassis and rim wheels are also hit with a sludge wash to pick out all the detail from the metallic shimmer. The mascot was not fit for purpose to sit in a vehicle, which I had to chop up, sculpt some legs and do some modifications. She is permanently glued onto the couch, which makes for interesting issue. I painted the whole thing in a few tones of flesh and masked that off. The clothing is painted black, a little bit of highlights of grey and little details dabbed on by brush. Not quite visible, but that's okay. The whole thing's masked off and a little bit of highlights to give definition to the couch. This may or may not be visual through the plastic glass window panes. With a hit of a bit of a sludge wash, all the stowage was also painted after the supports were removed, cured and dried. A few tones for the cardboard, a bit of hand painting to depict Tamiya boxes that I actually have in my stock room and CAD scaled appropriately. Beer container and the stowage for munitions was something I used in a very old build several years ago. Finally, the most stressful or fun part of a car build, painting the shell. First, masking the inside windows not to affect the internals. The main colour I'm using is transparent. I'm starting by a gradient of orange at the bottom and building up with yellows. This isn't normal or standard with cars and kind of showy, almost animated. I picked up a Mr. Hobby transparent pearl in Japan that's connected to Link Planet Remi Amakawa. Sadly, with what I paid for it, it wasn't what I thought it was and had to build up the colour intended underneath. Being acrylic, it also didn't spread as nicely as lacquers. With strategic layering, I still achieved what I wanted. Moving to water slide decals, this is my custom of a Kei Truck. So I'm having a bit of fun and using some salt mine decals that I produced many years ago, a Xeon symbol and the number plate numbers. Weirdly enough, in my country and state, you can actually order Japanese number plates. The Micro Ace decals work very quick and nice. The milk ones are cool, but I have no idea what to use it on. At quick glance, you won't notice it, but have a good look at the box art at the start of the video. Incredibly unhinged with the very unusual cow. The kit is finished off with a sludge wash to just slightly grime it up a bit and pick up the chunky detail in the door frame, handles, tarp hooks and whatnot. After sufficient drying, it takes a very light acrylic gloss coat. Then the parts are final assembled with PVA wood glue not to affect the paint and finish once it's fully chemically dried and cured, especially around the clear parts. This concludes the build. For something of this vintage, I would never have imagined it being an old model until I double checked the ScaleMate listing out of its history and research, seeing a box appear as ARII. Thoroughly enjoyed it, especially with the light customization. Could go a lot heavier, fun and fantastical. Show car or rusted wreck. I do wish I polished the glass, but with the 3D printer, having miniatures in it is perfect and very doable. Love the extra touch of rubber wheels. It's fateful. It looks really good. I'll put this in the hand of a beginner or a kid, or if you're a seasoned car or non-car modeler having to go as a quick mental build. I only stretched it out for as long as I did, as the build occurred in Japan, the painting back here, and the 3D printing was drawn out. Otherwise, very happy. I want to build more Micro Ace stuff when I go back to Japan and pick up a few, maybe a tuk-tuk and some of the motorcycles and other Kei Trucks. Plus buying a real Kei Truck, that's somewhere down the road. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Please check out the description for references and social media outlets. I post galleries of this on a few locations too. We upload every week. Any interactions from comments, likes, and whatnot is much appreciated in pushing these videos. I don't like to say this, but that bell icon does let you know when I upload. It is around the start of the week, depending on. Thank you, and catch you next time. See you later.